Aratirno ma tarita. Aratirno ma tarita. Aratirno ma tarita. Aratirno ma tarita. Atharva 20.7.4. 20.7.4. Radane. That's a root. Radane. The act of giving, the wish to give is Ratihi. Arati is the opposite of it, miserliness. Aratihi, miserliness. No mind to give. Aratihi naha ma tarita. Tarita is Tru Tarana Samplavana Yoho. That's a root. Tru Tarana Samplavana Yoho. Tru Tarana Samplavana Yoho.
Tru Tarana?
Tarana Samplavana Yoho. Tarana and Samplavana, they are the two meanings. Tarana is to swim. Samplavana is to hop and go. Wade, to be clear, it is wading. That's when there is a lot of water, it's not actually swimming. It's a sort of a wading in the water. Tarana Samplavana Yoho. Ma here is prohibitive. Ma here is prohibitive. Let not miserliness take over me or bypass me. Say, I've got a mind to give, but I don't give because miserliness in me takes hold of me. So it takes hold of me, so I withdraw from giving. Let that not happen. There's a prayer here. Aratirno ma tarita. Let it not take control over me. Let it not bypass me. Let it not go beyond me. Let it be under my control, and if I want to give, I should be able to give. Nobody should prevent me from giving. Not nobody, even my own feelings and thoughts should not come in the way of my giving. This is the meaning on the face of this piece of the mantra, Atharva. Atharva 27.4. 20.7.4. 20 is the number of the Kanda. 7 is the number of the Sukta. And 4 is the number of the mantra. 20.7.4. Now Ajayji, one point here. That is, whenever we are speaking of any Veda mantra, we give its exact location where it is. In Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharvaveda. It just doesn't say, it is in Rigveda. Because when I say it's just in Rigveda, there are 10,000 odd mantras in Rigveda. Where it is? It will be a very big task to find out and search it.
Yeah,
So it's always better, it's always logical, it's always systematic and scientific that we give the exact location of that mantra. You can straight away go to Atharva Veda, 20th Kanda, 7th Sutta, 4th mantra, in that you find this.
Yeah.
It's a question of precision. It's a question of precision. More precise we are, yes, more authentic it becomes, more credible it becomes.
Yes. And
This I told earlier.
I have
Yes,
one
tell me.
more thing. Like this dhatu and etymology, is it for Sanskrit or is it for Veda Bhasha?
For the Vedic language, Sanskrit has inherited it. That's a different issue.
Okay. And who wrote
Vedic language and Sanskrit are different.
who wrote these etymologies?
It's not writing. It's already there, embedded in it. They have discovered it. Got my point? It's embedded.
Even these etymology, dhatus and all.
Yes, yes, yes. Not only dhatus, we have got 6 systems.
Okay.
Shiksha, Vyakarana, Chandas, Nirukta, Jyotisha and Kalpa.
Mhm.
Jyotisha is mathematics. It's not astrology. Don't get it confused. So all these 6 systems they have discovered, and all these systems are embedded in the Vedic language. Nobody has put it in. It is there in it. That they have discovered and brought it out to light.
Okay. Okay. What I'm saying is, like,
So this Dhatu Pata and other things, they are part of Vyakarana and Shiksha.
okay.
That is, it's not that someone has put it in, but some system was there. They discovered it, found out, oh, such systems are here, which will protect the whole Veda mantras and their meanings.
I was I heard like about Yaska and Panini.
Exactly. Panini for grammar, Yaska for Nirukta. You're right.
Okay. Okay. Those things for Sanskrit or for Veda Bhasha?
Basically, it is for Veda Bhashya, and it is adaptable to Sanskrit also. But Nirukta is basically for Veda. Panini is for both Veda as well as Sanskrit.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Nirukta is basically for Veda.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. So I think I had to give one clarification that I have given.
Okay.
Right. So on the face of it, this is the meaning. But we cannot rest at this point. We have got to go into it, elaborate, understand. But whatever we do, it should not be against the basic meaning of it, which depends on the roots. So keeping that in focus, we can elaborate and go deep into it and find out little more things. So that's what exactly I'm trying to do it. And to do it, we have got the support of different other Veda mantras. This is very important. Other than Vedas, if you go to any other source of knowledge or scriptures, as you call it, except Veda, in almost all scriptures, we find things contradicted. They speak of one thing in one place and they speak of totally opposite thing in another place. One glaring example I always keep on giving is about the food system. They speak of mercy, they speak of compassion, they speak of love, and they say we should love every other creature in one place. And in another place, in the same scripture, in the same text, in the same book, they say that these animals are holy for you to eat, these animals are not holy for you to eat. Both we find in the same text, in the same scripture. That's a problem for us. Now, should I take part 1 as the authority or part 2 as the authority? Those who are interested in eating meat, they take part 2 as an authority. Those who love, those who have compassion, they take part 1 as other. And the fight between part 1 and part 2 continues eternally. That's a big problem. It's a big problem. Now, only when we come out of such contradictions, yes, things will be fine. Vedas, you don't find even a single contradiction. It's not to be believed. You can search, find out, study deeply, and finally come to this conclusion. Not to be believed, it is to be checked. You don't find any contradiction. On the other hand, you find complementary explanations. Complementary. If you want to understand a mantra from Rig Veda, you need the support of a mantra from Yajur Veda, a mantra from Samaveda, maybe another mantra from Athar Veda. Taking all those things together, yes, you will get the right meaning of that Rig Veda mantra. The Veda mantras are complementary to one another and never contradictory. This I have been telling, and I am repeating it for Mr. Ajay. Others are familiar with this. There is no contradiction, but they are complementary. I will prove it here in this example. That is, it says, Aratirno ma tarita. Let not miserliness take over me, bypass me. Now what happens in real life, we shall see. Our coming to this world, our very birth starts from taking. What is it we take? We take this Sharira, Indriya, Manas. Only after taking Sharira, Indriya, Manas, you are born. So our life begins with taking. Okay, then what we take? As long as we are in the womb of the mother, we take lot of nourishment through her. Taking again. Okay, then what we do? Then we are born. At the moment of at the time of birth, okay, we start taking light, air, and so many other things. And the first food also we take from the mother. So the whole life is always taking and taking and taking and taking. Now, we have taken so many things. Are we not indebted to them? The mother, the nature, the father, the environment. We are indebted to all of them because we are taking continuously from all these things. So that sense of indebtedness and trying to repay, that has to take the first place. But what happens? We are always miserly. We are happy while taking, while giving, we are not very happy. Because we feel that when I give, I lose something. But it is not losing, it is not giving. I have taken a lot of things, I am giving it in return. It's not a charity what I am giving. I am indebted, I have to clear my debt. So the whole way, the whole angle with which we look at it is totally different. It's not giving, it's not charity, it's not an obligation on me. Or it's not, I am doing it with my own will. No. It's your duty to give. It's your duty to give. Because you have received a lot from moment one. And till the moment lost, we are continuing to take and take and take. From surroundings, from nature. So this we have to return. So this returning is our duty. And what is hindering, what is coming in the way is our miserliness. Our miserliness comes in the way and says, don't give, keep it, keep it, keep it. Now when you overcome this miserliness, yes, we will be able to understand our duty and we will be able to give. Is it possible to give everything and get cleared of the debt? No. It's a humble trial. It's a humble way of trying to give the best to what is possible to the world, because I am indebted to the world. Now this is what, as I told you, expressed in so many other mantras. Mantasturno aratayaha is another piece of the mantra which I already told you. Mantasturno aratayaha. I think I have given it. If you remember, you should be able to get the number of it. Mantasthurno arataya. Let not miserliness be in me. Let it go out of me. Let me be free from miserliness. Let me be liberal while giving. This piece of the mantra. In another mantra it says, Shatahasta Samahara. You earn and take as though you have got 100 hands. Fine. Then what? Sahasrahasta Sankira. Give it, distribute, share as though you have got 1,000 hands. You see, while taking it is 100, while giving it is 1,000. So there is an emphasis on giving. Like this you find so many mantras where the stress on, where the emphasis is on giving. Because unless we give, the give and take chain will not move. It's a big chain of give and take in the whole universe. Lot of givings are there to the nature from us. And we are taking lot of things from the nature. Even among human society, we are going to give so many things, and in another way it comes to me only. It's a big chain of give and take. We have got so many cycles in nature. And in all these cycles, what is happening is, give here, take there, give here, take there. It's a give and take chain. Anything you look into the nature, almost all systems in nature, they are all a big chain of give and take. So here, the whole chain starts rolling only when you start giving. If you start from taking, there is nothing to take. There is nobody to give. The whole chain starts rolling only from giving. So let the giving be done. Let not that miserliness come in the way of my giving. That's a prayer here. So only when I understand this, yes, we will be able to share it, and we understand that this giving is our duty. In another way it is explained. They speak of 3 indebtedness that we have got. That is, we call it as Runa Traya. Runa is indebtedness. Traya is 3. We are indebted in 3 ways. So all these 3 Runas, all these 3 indebtedness, what we owe to, we have to clear it. 3 things. What are they? Number 1, it is our indebtedness to God. God has given us everything. Land to stand upon, air to breathe, water to live on, trees, fruits, vegetables for us to live on. Like this, so many things God has given us in the form of the nature around us, in the form of rules and regulations and laws. We are indebted. From the moment 1 to moment last, we are using all these things. God has given us this Sharira Indriya Manas, the system. Of course, the physical thing partly is given by our parents, that is fine. But the system whereby the parents can give the Sharira Indriya Manas to their progeny, to their children, that system is given by God. So are indebted to God. Okay, how to clear this indebtedness to God? Clearing this indebtedness to God is not giving something to God. God doesn't need anything, and God has everything, has given everything for our own use. So there is no question of giving something to God. It's very clear. But we do it. We offer Naivedyam, we offer this to God, we offer that to God, we offer vermilion, we offer turmeric, we offer flowers, we offer this and this to God. No, it need not be. God has given everything for our use. Then how to get cleared of this indebtedness to God? The only thing is, serve the children of God. Don't give anything to God. God doesn't need it. Everything is His. But we have got the children of God around us. That is all other living beings. So if you serve all these other living beings, yes, we are indirectly clearing the debt of God. That means we have to love every creature around us. We have to be friendly with every creature. We have got a lot of mantras which speaks of friendliness and Maitri Bhavana. Maitri Bhavana is that a friendly nature only. So live with every other creature with Maitri Bhavana, love them, help them, and wipe off their tears. Share your love, share their pleasure and pain. Be one with them. So that clears, or that makes you free from that debt This is what they speak of. So this is the way we can clear the debt of God. Don't give anything to God, but share it with the children of God, including ourselves. Of course, we are also children of God. Including us, share it with all the other living beings, human and non-human. So this is a way that we can clear ourselves from the indebtedness of God. Then what is the second one? Second one is our indebtedness to our parents, because they were responsible for giving us this Sharira Indriya Manas. So whatever indebtedness we have got towards our parents, towards our elders, those who brought us up, you see, when we were small infants, we were not able to tend ourselves. We had to depend on others. And some elderly person took care of us. They nursed us. They gave us food in time. They gave us protection. They gave us clothes. They gave us love. They gave us education. Education means not exactly the school education. They gave us little knowledge. So all these things we have taken and taken and taken. So are we not indebted to them? We have given them? Yes, we are. So we have to clear that debt to our parents, to our elders, our guardians who brought us up, when we were not in a position to tend ourselves. So how to clear it? Best way of doing this, to serve them when they need, when they are alive. This is very important. Because in Puranas, they have distorted the whole thing. While alive, they never speak of serving the elders or the parents. After there is a death, they speak of Shraddha, they speak of so many ceremonies, and they say we are feeding to our dead parents and elders and guardians. Whatever we have to give while they are alive. And Vedas never speak of giving anything to those departed souls. Those departed souls have taken or be taking their own paths according to their karma, and they are not available to you. You cannot reach them. You can reach them, you can give them something only when they are alive. So serve them when they are alive. Serve to the full content of your heart. So serve them with all love. Serve them with all humility. Yes, that is repaying their debt. Whatever be the difference of opinion, that's a different thing. Sometimes what happens is, there will be a lot of difference between parents and children. That should not come in the way of the children serving their elders and parents. Serving is different, and obeying them or agreeing upon certain things or disagreeing, that's a different issue. Let these two issues not be mixed. Even if the parents are the worst parents that you can think of, even then they deserve our service, because they are the cause for our very existence, our Sharira Indriya Manas. So I have to serve them. So this serving of the parents when they are alive to their contentment is what is called as Tarpana. Tarpana is not something given after death. Tarpana is Trupyate Anena Iti Tarpanam. We get contentment by this, and that is called as Tarpana. We get satisfaction by this, therefore it is called as Tarpana. Trupti is equal to contentment and satisfaction. Give it. And serve them so that they become satisfied, so that they become contented. So this is the way we have to clear the debt to parents. Then what is the third debt I was speaking of? It is Acharya Runa, our indebtedness to our mentors, our teachers, our guides. They are all our seniors. They are all endowed with greater experience and knowledge. And that greater experience and knowledge they have shared with us, they have given to us. So that we also become knowledgeable, we also become experienced, and as a result, the quality of our life will improve. So they had only one intention, share their experience and knowledge to improvise our quality of life. So great. We have received so many things from them. So we have to pay back. what they have given us. Usually what would is, we think of repaying our teachers or mentors or guides with some fees or with some this or some X, cash or kind or something like that. Vedas say, no. Whatever you have received from your teachers, you have to repay, of course, but don't repay to them. Then how to repay? Whatever knowledge, whatever experience they have given, it is all invaluable. See that it doesn't die with you. Pass it on to the next generation, and that's the greatest way of clearing the indebtedness of your teacher. Pass it on. Because it's very difficult. Gaining experience, knowledge is not a joke. The whole lifetime they have struggled for it. And whatever they got, the essence of it they have passed on to you. They shall be happy if that is nurtured and passed on to future generations. Do it. Don't allow knowledge and experience to die with you. Don't hold it. Give it. Be liberal. Let other people also get that knowledge and experience and be happy. Be contented. So, the repayment of our indebtedness to the teacher is not to the teacher but to the next generation. So this is a way of clearing Acharya Runa. First one is Deva Runa, second one is Pitru Runa, third one is Acharya Runa. So all these three indebtedness have to be cleared. Now, how is our mind? You just think over it. Now our mind is in a state of giving. It's not in a state of taking. We have taken sufficient. We have taken a lot of things. Now we are in a mood of repaying. Now we are in a mood whom to repay, in what way to repay. This we are trying to understand. Now we are in a state of repayment. But if this repayment is obstructed by our miserliness, we are failing in our duty. So this prayer says, let not miserliness come in the way of my giving, my clearing my indebtedness. Haratirno matarita. Let it not come in the way, let it not take over me, let it be hushed. Let not miserliness take out. It is ugly hood. Let it be suppressed. Let my feeling that I have received so much and let me pay it back to each of them in the way explained just now. Let it take the highest priority. Let not miserliness come in the way. Now you understand? To make a person understand these three runas, they have instituted one samskara called as Upanayana and Vedarambha samskara. So this Upanayana samskara, they put on the shoulder the thread, you know it, thread ceremony they call it. So in the thread ceremony, how many how many strings are there in this thread? It is 3 stringed. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Number 1 is a symbol of Devaruna. Number 2 is a symbol of Pitruna. Number 3 is a symbol of Acharya Runa. So these 3 runas are my shoulders. I have to clear it. Is the enlightenment that is given to every person while giving this Upanayanam and Vedarambha samskara. They call it as a sacred thread ceremony. And it is called as an Yajnopavita. Yajnopavita means it is a motivating factor for me to enter into performing good deeds. What is a good deed? To clear my indebtedness. Runatraya they call it as. So this Runatraya is symbolized by the sacred thread. Now this Runatraya is on everyone, every person, irrespective of their nationality, creed, race, caste and gender. It's there on everyone. Therefore, Upanayana samskara and Vedarambha samskara is universal and it is not restricted to any one caste, is not restricted to any one gender, it's not restricted to any one nationality. It's for all. Whether they wear the sacred thread or not, that's a different issue. But that indebtedness is there on everyone and it shall be the duty of every person to get discharge of it. This is what we have to understand. For doing this, the major obstacle, the major hurdle is our miserliness. Let not this miserliness take over me. That's the prayer. So though the prayer is so small, the aspects that are involved in it, it is too many. Then coming to, in Devaruna only, another part is, we are indebted to nature, given by God. So how do we repay nature? We are not repaying anything to nature except that we are protecting nature and passing it on to our posterity, passing on to our next generation. We save forests, we save rivers, we save air, we save land. But what is happening today? We are polluting everything. We are into deforestation, cutting down trees. We are polluting air, we are polluting water, we are polluting land, we are polluting sound. You take anything, we are polluting it. That has become our way of life. As long as our way of life is polluting every aspect of nature, we are more and more becoming indebted and we are not clearing it. More and more we save it, more and more we cleanse it, less and less we pollute it. Yes, we are repaying our debts. Our lifestyle has to change. The way we think has to change. The way we look at the things around us has to change. And that is the way of clearing our indebtedness. And the big hurdle for it is, again, that miserliness. Let not that come in the way of my clearing my debt. Haratirno ma tarita. Let it not overtake me. Let me subdue it and clear my debt. This is a prayer, what is there in it. This is Atharva 27:4. It's not I have told everything, but what best I could, I have given to you. Now, next one. Neha. Neha. Bhadram. Rakshasvine. Neha. Bhadram. Rakshasvine. Neha. Bhadram. Rakshasvine. Neha na iha. That's how you split it. Na iha bhadram rakshasvine. Rigveda 8.47.12. Na iha bhadram rakshasvine. Rigveda 8.47.12. In Rigveda, the first number reference to the mandala, second one sukta, third one mantra. 8th mandala, 47th sukta, 12th mantra. Part of it is this. Neha bhadram rakshasvine. Neha bhadram rakshasvine. Rakshas means those aspects from which we have to protect ourselves. So from Rakshas we get Rakshasa. Rakshasa we call it as demon. All ugly thoughts, ugly things. Now these ugly things, these Rakshasa Shaktis, these Rakshasa demon qualities are those from which we have to protect ourselves. So those from which we have to protect ourselves are called as Rakshasi. Pravrittis, Rakshasi tendencies. For them, for such things from which we have to protect ourselves, Bhadram, Bhadi Kalyane, welfare, future, good things. Na iha, iha here, na it is not there. Devilish things, don't have a shelter here. Na iha bhadram rakshasvine. So those bad thoughts, those harming things, those polluting things, basically they pollute our souls, pollute our thoughts, pollute our words, pollute our actions. So those which are pollutants, they are called as rakshas, from which we have to protect ourselves. These pollutants never have a future here. Na iha bhadram. They don't have a future here. Bhadram is bhadi kalyane, future, welfare, protection, shelter, whatever thing. They don't have it. Because their basic thing is not right. Their basic thing is crooked, and this crookedness always will end up in death, will end up in its perishing. It perishes. Na iha bhadram rakshasvine. On the basis of this mantra only we have got another thing that is called Satyameva Jayate. Satyameva Jayate. Truth only triumphs. Truth only triumphs because that has got that power in it. Whereas untruth is going to die, if not today, tomorrow. Untruth is not eternal. Untruth's existence is purely temporary. But truth triumphs always. Truth lives always. Truth is eternal. A lot of questions will come. Now this is the meaning of it. That is, those pollutants, those rakshasi powers have no future, have no protection, have no shelter here. And it says here, it means everywhere. It's here, there, everywhere. Now how do we understand this? Because our experience speaks of totally in a different way. We say Satyameva Jayate, but we find always untruth, we find ill will, we find enmity, galloring and dancing everywhere. Wars are always on the offing, any time it may happen. How do you say this? Can we accept this? If untruth, if ill will has no place, then why it is rampant in the society? Now one very simple answer for this is, though they are rampant, their life is short. That's a very important. Their life is short. Though people succumb to them, it is temporary. Over a period they understand that this untruth, this ill will, these devilish things will never protect them, will never give them peace. They will understand it. And they cry for peace. It's there, it's there. Though untruth is rampant, people are crying for truth. People are asking for truth. They want a peaceful society. They want a society where there is love, affection, cooperation. Are we not crying for it? Where are we crying? Because we are not happy with this condition here. We are not comfortable with them. There, we are not comfortable. Only when we are devoid of it, only when our life is full of love, only when it is full of friendship, only when it is full of cooperation, yes, we feel comfortable. Just because it is there, it is not comfortable. That's the thing we have to understand. It is there, but it is not giving us any comfort, any happiness, any peace of mind. And this is very, very important. And we are all crying for, we are all yearning for peace, we are all yearning for love, we are all yearning for human relationships. That itself is a proof that our present condition is not comfortable. It's proved. It cannot be comfortable because the very nature of these devilish things is to give pinpricks at every step of our life. They give a lot of pinpricks. But then why people still allowing it to exist? Because they give some temporary benefits. They are carried away by these temporary benefits. at that moment are not aware that is only temporary and have to go after that which is eternal. Only when the pinpricks become stronger, more painful, yes, they cry for peace, they cry for friendship, they cry for love. They are carried away by the temporary benefits that these things give. Whatever they give, they are all temporary, they are not permanent. This is number one. Then number two, to keep these things under check, we need some law, we need some regulation, we need some control. How it works? Now these laws, these rules and regulations and controls are of two types. One is man-made, other one is God-made. Now this clarification also we have to take it, because all these rules and regulations, they at one point fail because they are man-made. Man-made rules are not very, very effective. Of course, they are required. It's not that they are not required. They are required, but they are not powerful enough. And man-made rules can always be deviated, can always be compromised with. Maybe by paying some bribe, maybe by cheating, maybe by this or that hook or crook. But when you speak of the God-made rules and systems, we can never escape from them. Today or tomorrow, we'll be definitely punished. Now, most of the time, we are given to understand the man-made rules and the God-made rules we are not taught. Either by our parents, either in our schools and colleges, either in our education system, or the social leaders or social reformers. No, we are not taught. That's the problem. Now, here in this class, we are trying to understand those rules of God. When I say God, don't imagine the idols or don't imagine the photos. They are all inert. They cannot give us anything. And speaking of that power, which is Satchidananda, which is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. And speaking of that power, and it is 100% formless. It's about that God. Because we have been discussing about God since a long time. So it should all be clear. Maybe Ajay should listen to previous lectures and he will get a clear idea as to what I mean. Others, yes, we are clear. Because we've been discussing about it again and again. To accept it wholeheartedly and practice it, that's a different issue. At least we know 100% what Vedas say about it. That's very clear.
Sharmaji.
To take it into our heart, practice it in our life, okay, that's the next step. How far we can do it, how well we can do it, that is, it depends upon our effort. It depends upon our trials. It depends upon our trial and error methods. That's itself. But basic thing, we have to understand the truth rightly, that we have been trying to do it.
Sharmaji,
So,
question here.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, the first question is what's the meaning of Neha?
Sneha.
Neha. The mantra which you have told now, in that it will come Neha or something will come.
Neha is Na Iha. I split it.
Okay.
Na Iha. Iha is here. Na is it's not there.
Okay.
Na Iha Bhadram. Na Iha Bhadram. Rakshasvine. Na Iha Bhadram Rakshasvine.
Okay.
Rakshasvine are those qualities, to be precise, bad qualities from which we have to protect ourselves. Bhadra means a shelter, a good place for it, a protection. Here, Iha, Na, it doesn't exist. Bad qualities do not have any shelter. They are prone to die, if not today, tomorrow.
Okay.
Na Iha means Na plus Iha. Na is negative, negating. Iha means here. Here means in this world now.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Thank you.
So, in the man-made rules, their adjustments or their compromises are there because it's all made by man. So you can lure a man. rules, not to apply these rules and live out. Even an outlaw, it's possible. But when speaking of the rules made by that omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent Satchidananda, I can keep a thing as a secret from others, but not from that omniscient thing. So there, whatever I do, it is known and the result is fixed. I cannot escape from the result of my thoughts, good or bad. So this also we have discovered. That is, every thought what we are thinking, every talk, every action of ours is like cooking, is like a recipe. So preparing some food. And what happens? The food what we have prepared today or tomorrow, I only have to consume it, nobody can take it. Even if I run away from it, what happens? It follows you and finally make you to eat it. Etat paktaram pakvaha punaravishati. This is one of the pieces of the Veda mantra I have taught you already. Etat paktaram, the one who has cooked it has to eat the pudding. Whether he likes it or not, whether he wants it or not. Because it is his cooking. It is his recipe. He has to eat it. If you want to eat something good, prepare it well. If you don't prepare it well, if you mix it with all pollutants, you only have to eat it. It's your own responsibility. It makes it very clear. If you want to eat good food, prepare it well. That is, have good thoughts, have good words, have soothing words, have friendship with everyone, be loving, be friendly, be cooperative. Excellent. You are preparing a very good food. Enjoy it. If you are careless about it, and if you are spoiling the whole broth, who is eating it? Your own self. Nobody can save you. That's the system. That's the system. You may run away, but what you have cooked will follow you and it will make you definitely eat it. That's the thing what it has got. So when that is there, when we understand this truth, when we understand this law of God, yes, we'll be very careful while preparing our food. We'll be very, very careful and we'll try to make it as palatable, as lovely as possible. Yes, that transforms our life, that transforms our environment in the family, that transforms the whole environment in our society and world. Yes, this is what exactly is the result required when you study the Vedas. This is a big goal, the very purpose of learning the Vedas. It's not just to chant and lead our life as it is. No. Chanting is okay, but chanting it with meaning will bring out a lot of transformation in us, and the transformation saves us and saves our family and saves our children, saves the whole world and the society. So, na iha bhadram rakshasvine. All those things which are bad. So how do you define good and bad? Once again, nowadays we understand good and bad as subjective things. Dekti isha. It depends upon the opinion of the person. But good and bad are never subjective. They are totally objective. They are vastu nishtha. That's objective. It doesn't depend upon my opinion. It doesn't depend upon my understanding. It doesn't depend upon my comprehension. What is good, what is bad? That which strengthens our soul, that which purifies our soul is good. That which pollutes our soul, that which weakens our soul, yes, that is bad. This is an objective statement. Now this can always be experimented and understood. So when there is a situation, this I have told many times, once again, when there is a situation where I can tell a lie and escape, or tell truth and get punished. Now it's very, very easy to tell a lie and escape. Very easy. But to tell the truth and to get the punishment is not an easy thing. It needs a lot of strength. So you speak truth and get the punishment. You speak truth and face the consequences. Yes, our soul is getting strong, getting the strength, becomes able to face it. But if I'm a coward,
If there is no strength in my soul, then what I do? I tell a lie and escape. So if I am telling a lie and escaping, it means I am weak. If I am telling it the truth and facing the consequences, it means I am strong. To tell truth, we have to be strong. To tell truth, we should have that strength to face the consequences. To tell a lie, you don't need anything. Even a coward can easily tell it and escape. Like this, we have to understand. Every situation, what is there in our lives, we always have two things, good and bad. We can take a good decision, we can take a bad decision. We can take the right decision, we can take a wrong decision. But we should be careful, by taking which decision, our soul becomes strong, our soul becomes pure. Yes, that is good. Maybe I lose some money, maybe I lose some wealth, it doesn't matter. The soul becomes pure. But if I get money by doing bad things, by telling a lie, by cheating, by hook or crook, yes, I get material wealth, but in return, the whole soul becomes rot. So this difference you should be able to understand. And between the material wealth and the soul, soul is very, very valuable. The soul is very, very valuable. The purity of the soul is very, very valuable, because this purity or strength to soul, you cannot get in the market. If it's a material thing, yes, you can pay by it. Maybe a few dollars, few rupees, more or less. I can get it. But these two things you cannot get it. This you can get it only by becoming strong and pure and taking the right decision. So on this basis, we decide what is good, what is bad. And what is bad is something from which we have to protect ourselves. Otherwise, it will eat us away. And be sure, even if we take the bad route, we don't have a shelter here, and we will not able to experience our welfare. Bhadram iha na. It tells very clearly. It's very categorical about it. Then we find this untruth, we find these inhuman things glowering around us. Yes, it's only temporary. It's only temporary. It doesn't have a strong footing. It will definitely collapse one day. When it collapses, we also collapse with it, because we have taken roost in that. But if we have taken shelter under truth, something good, nothing will happen. Even if 1,000 tsunamis come at a time, we'll be safe. Because we have taken a shelter under such a structure which is eternal, which cannot be shaken by anything. So all these things we understand through that Veda mantra. It says, Naiha Bhadram Rakshasvine. It has no shelter. Bad things, bad impulses, bad thoughts, bad actions, bad words have no protection. They are going to get smashed 100%. They are not eternal. Na iha bhadram rakshasvine. So all these things are not for lecturing. All these things are not just to talk and listen, but all these things are there for implementation, for practicing in our life. To what extent we practice, okay, depends upon our honest attempt. We make an honest attempt and adopt all these things to the best extent possible. Definitely the quality of our life will improve. When I speak of quality of life, it is not external. It's not with reference to material things. It's not with reference to our mundane things, but it refers to our spiritual strength. It refers to our spiritual purity. And the spiritual purity and spiritual strength is what we have to achieve as human beings in this life. Because no other form of life is capable of doing it. It's a rare opportunity we have got. What's the benefit of purifying our soul, of strengthening our soul? The result is we become closer to Satchidananda, and that Ananda we can experience, and knowingly or unknowingly, we are all searching for that Ananda. That's what we want ultimately. Even if all the wealth in the world is given to us, and if Ananda is not given, yes, we still cry. I want that, I want that. What is that? We don't know, we are not clear about it. But you say, whatever I have got is not giving me that satisfaction. I am not getting that contentment. I miss something. What is that we are missing? Ultimately, is that Ananda, is that bliss, is that communion with Sachidananda. Only that gives us the best peace, only that gives us the experience of bliss, the Ananda. And we are definitely after it. If anything is given, we are not satisfied. Finally, we want that Ananda. That is the very nature of that soul, that Jivatman. Jivatman is always after Ananda. The sorry aspect of it is, we understand that Ananda is something else and go in search of material things, go after our sensual pleasures and finally get lost in the process. But Vedas say very clearly, yes, they are all there, we are not against it, but please maintain the focus. Please concentrate on the focus, and the focus is bliss, the focus is Ananda, the focus is getting out of this birth and death cycle and experience bliss for a long, long, long period. So this very clearly it says, and for that, these are all the processes, these are all the steps. Don't take shelter under something which is temporary, because it collapses and you will be hurt. Take shelter on something which is strong, then you are safe under any circumstance. You are safe under any situation. Don't take shelter on something which is temporary, because Naiha Bhadram Rakshasvine. It cannot protect itself. How can it protect you? That which can protect itself, that which is eternal, yes, that can protect you, that can give you that shelter. So there's all the so many aspects that we have to elaborate, understand deeply, and finally practice it, experience it, and share it with others, and help others also to lead such a life. The whole world gets transformed. This is the real education we need. This is the reality that we have to realize.